front court like this one. Valanciunas and Jackson. They're ready to rock as they anticipate the action at Talking Stick Resort Arena. Grizzlies, Suns, coming right up after this. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Devin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Saric.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Winslow against Oubre. And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And finished off by Morant.
Just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
Saric outside. Floats one. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Brooks against Booker. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. Booker finds Oubre. Valanciunas against Ayton. Pass to Booker. Here's Saric. Lets it fly from 18. And the jumper is on the mark.
Shooting while in rhythm. The work ethic Saric has and how he prepares to fire immediately is commendable.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. With the fadeaway. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Saric looking around. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Ayton. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Winslow kicks to Morant. Unloads from 13. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns still looking like they're getting going here. trailing by 4. Brooks against Oubre. Pass to Booker. The tray. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Valanciunas. 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And it's Rubio penetrating. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Morant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's a high-level finish for Morant, showing more strength than he's really given credit for.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
That's good from Morant. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Just 2 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Oubre against Winslow. Over to the wing. Now here's Brooks. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Winslow's shot is off. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the basket by Rubio.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Morant passes to Brooks. Feeds to Valanciunas. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Here's Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. 6 points for Ricky Rubio. Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. There's the pass to Jackson. To the inside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. As you look at Memphis, they're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out Phoenix, down 5 spots from them.
And right now for Phoenix, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Back to Rubio. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Judge, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to the Trail Blazers. Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Lets a floater go, and Morant will lay it in. Morant's got 7 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rubio right side. And no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
Grizzlies have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one misses.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Now here's Booker.
That's his first personal foul.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game.
Devin Booker taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Passes it to Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Winslow against Booker. Fires from the line. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Suns trail by 3. Sharch dishes to Ayton.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Here's Rubio. He's got 6. Here's Oubre. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. 14 feet away. A second chance effort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Justice Winslow. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Jones subbed in for Morant. And Jackson no good on that one.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Memphis leading by 4. Outside, Jones. Pass to Anderson. Jang inside. He's guarded by Kaminsky. It's tipped.
And despite the short wingspan for a big man, Kaminsky with the height and timing to steal block shots.
And finished off by Kaminsky.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Here's Clark. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Kaminsky. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Great for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
That one is off. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
The Suns trail it. To the wing right side. Here's Baines. Jang defending. And Baines kicks to Bridges. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Here's Jerome. Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Baines. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the pass to Bridges. 5 to shoot. Carter for 3. But they recover it. Second chance shot. Rebound by Jang.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Because of Anderson's height and instincts, he's a force on the offensive glass.
Passes to Bridges. And here's Carter. He's covered by Anderson. Carter looking around. To Kaminsky. Almost, but it rolls out.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Pass to Melton. Anderson outside. The pass to Jang. Kicks to Jones. Passes it to Melton. On deep. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now an 8-point Grizzly lead.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Pass to Bridges. Carter outside. Pass to Baines. Here's Jerome. Jang defending. Carter on the wing. The Suns keeping it alive, a new 14. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That'll be his second foul of the game. Check Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Grizzlies on offense. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And Anderson kicks to Zhang. Inside, here's Clark. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Anderson. Now the pass to Diallo. 4 seconds left. The shot, no good. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Grizzlies out in front, up by 10. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So it's Phoenix now. It's a 10-point game. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang. Jones is out there with Anderson. And it's Melton in at the shooting guard position. The shot's good from Carter.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And Zhang gets it to go.
If the screen's better, that attempt's a lot easier, but he nails it even with the D still up on him.
Now Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. Carter outside. Pulls up. The Grizzlies pull it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Melton. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Clark. Got a hand on it. Bridges against Anderson. Bridges misses.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Down low. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Grizzlies 4th.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And another turnover here by Memphis.
A moment now to see the numbers for Anderson. Averaging 5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. And Memphis also making a switch. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Clark. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Baines finds Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. Phoenix, no good that time either. Memphis leading by 10. Outside, Jones. Pass to Melton. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Diallo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks it to Bridges. Booker against Brooks. Pass to Jerome. Here's Baines. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Knocked loose. Anderson passes to Jones. Here's the teardrop. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Anderson. From 11 feet away, it doesn't go for him. And Memphis the other way now. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Suns trail by 10. Here's Booker. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance, shooting to over 37%. Now, it's fallen back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the score by Memphis. For 3, Booker. A 3-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and a mentality of a small guy. And we all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you could do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think AD could do it all.
Good explanation. Both teams deciding to change it up. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Saric.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
No good on that one.
In his native Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas is the star for his national team, making his debut at age 19, becoming the leader for his country.
Good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 10. Rubio with it. He has 6. And here is Ayton. Right wing, beyond the arc. Another shot, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Jaren Jackson.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
The free throw drops for Ayton.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Ayton hits them both. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
They get the rebound. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Morant. And the shot is long. Suns trail by 6. Booker with no one around knocks down the 3-ball. Booker's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Suns. Grizzlies have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Valanciunas. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. On the wing, Booker, covered by Winslow. Booker the pass to Saric. Shoots over Morant. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Saric.
But you got to respect the interior game of Saric. I mean, he's solid at using his size to his advantage down there.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Back to Winslow. A 3-ball. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. And a Oubre off the drive. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. That one's on Morant. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Third is Ricky Rubio.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
That puts them in the lead. Ayton's got the lead up to 2 now for Phoenix.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Winslow against Oubre. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Winslow.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Here's Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Rubio's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Suns. Now here's Morant. He's got 9. The dish now to Valanciunas. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now Morant, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Morant with it. He's guarded by Booker, and it's Morant missing. On the wing, Booker. Brooks covering. And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
For Phoenix, they had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Free throw good, Booker. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Morant. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Booker. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, putting up about 24 points per, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Good on the bucket. And that's now 11 points for Ja Morant.
So good at making plays in the open floor, whether Morant's running the break or finishing.
Now, here's Rubio. He's tightly guarded. The pass to Booker. The feed to Kaminsky. It's tipped. Here is Brooks. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Brooks against Booker. Up top, Rubio. Now, here's Ayton. He's covered closely. Out to the right wing. Here's Kaminsky. The 10-footer finds the target. And the Suns lead by 7.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Here's Morant. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
That free throw, no good. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And Phoenix making a change here. Carter's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
Now here's Kaminsky. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Here's Oubre. Off target from three-point range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Grizzlies have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. 1:32 left to play here in the half. Now Rubio. 10 points for him. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Winslow against Oubre. 1:04 left in the first half. Shot clock at 5, and it's Brooks in the corner. There's Winslow. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get me some.
Ayton throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kicks to Valanciunas. Passes it to Winslow. Tries again. Great D that time from Oubre.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
With 1 on the clock. No good that time. And we finished one half of basketball. Suns lead by 8. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The game plan did not work out for Phoenix in the first quarter. It didn't appear that their energy level was anywhere near as high as it needed to be, and the period ended with them in a 10-point hole. It was really a tale of 2 quarters, though, as they owned the second period. They wiped out their deficit in a big hurry and are now sitting on a pretty comfy 8-point lead. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times they kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
How about you, Kenny? What'd you think about Memphis?
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Phoenix leading by 8. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Justice Winslow. For Phoenix, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Here's Winslow. Stolen by Rubio. And now Rubio pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Memphis called for the foul. The Suns have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one drops.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Saric. Rubio looking around. Saric outside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Ayton. That one no good. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 41% for the game. Morant with it. He's got 12. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Morant. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. To the paint, stolen by Rubio.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Charge inside. Good.
The raw muscle of Sarge. I mean, you got to tie him up or you risk getting torched.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And that one falls from Saric.
Well, I just like the all-around game Sarge possesses. I mean, it translates well this day and age. He's a big man who can do it all. Score, pass, rebound, defend. He's tough.
Now here's Winslow. He has 6. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. That's tipped.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Aiden can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. John Morant, number 1.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Take a look at some numbers for Rubio. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 10 assists, and almost 2.5 steals. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Absolutely. And now the question is, can he build from this? Or will he regress back to the mean? You know, we'll see.
Now here's Morant. He's got 12. They get it back. Saric finds Oubre. Can't cash in from close range.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And there's the pass to Rubio. Back to Oubre. Passes to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Oubre outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Oubre's got 7 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
From 13 feet, it goes down. He's got 9.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? And there's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, have the best on the contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract. And those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time. But the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Kelly Oubre.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for your Suns, Aaron Baines. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And so here's Memphis. They're scoreless since the first half. And here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Booker in the post. Brooks covering. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Anderson. And he makes that one.
I like seeing Anderson look to capitalize from there, showing that nice soft touch on that shot.
Booker with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Brooks against Booker. Pass to Sharge. 6 on the shot clock. Fades back. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Rubio the pass to Booker. Sharge with it. Now here's Oubre. He's got 9. Back to Sharge. He dishes it to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Feeds it to Sharge. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks against Oubre. Here's Anderson. Yep, that one goes in there. Anderson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer.
Here's Baines. Knocks it loose. Outside, Jones. The pass to Jackson. Anderson outside. He kicks to Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. 7 points in the game. Clock is at 3, and there's the call on Dario Saric. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Both teams will make substitutions. And so here's Memphis. Milton passes to Jackson. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Passes it to Milton. Over Booker. Milton, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Jerome. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Suns lead by 20.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Here's Anderson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
For Phoenix. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Some changes for Phoenix. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Diallo comes in for Saric. And it's Carter in for Booker. Memphis also making some changes. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Winslow subbed in for Kyle Anderson. He's perfect from the line this time. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Here's Clark. Jones trying to get open. It's blocked. Now Bridges uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Pass to Jang. Now the dish to Clark. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. The first one falls.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And so Clark nails both of them. Phoenix leading by 20. Carter down low. And the rejection by Jang. And he recovers it.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. He's really producing here second half of the season. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. There's Winslow. 6 points for him. Six to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. On the basket by Jones.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
Now here is Carter. 7 points in the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Here's Clark. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Clark's got 7.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
For Phoenix, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Bridges against Winslow. Bridges kicks to Kaminsky. Buries the long-range jumper. Kaminsky's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Whether on the pick and pop or just finding space alone on the perimeter, Kaminsky's already figured out how to punish you from range.
Jones, no luck.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Jerome passes to Diallo. Carter outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Kaminsky. It's rebounded by Memphis. Winslow with it. He's got 6. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Shoots from 14. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Clark. On the wing, Winslow. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Diallo.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. At the line for your Suns, Michael Bridges. At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Bridges. The Grizzlies making a switch here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And here's Morant. 12 points for him. Clark for three. The shot, no good. And so it's Phoenix finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Gorgie Dang, Justice Winslow out there with Clark. Then it's Morant, and it's Melton in at the 2.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a night.
Here's Jerome. Now the pass to Booker. Now Ayton. Here's Jerome. Booker outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The Grizzlies shooting 41% for the game. Here's Clark. Chris, we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Kelly Oubre comes in for Johnson. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. It's good from in tight.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Down low. High arcing shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Oubre, good.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Now Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Ayton. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Here's Oubre, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Valanciunas, and too long on the shot. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Sharge has the open look. From outside, off the mark. And for Memphis, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Brooks against Oubre. And it's blocked. Sharge outside. Pass to Oubre. To the left side wing. Saric passes to Carter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Anderson comes in for Brooks, and Allen subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. He's off on the second. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Allen, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kelly Oubre.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Grayson Allen, taking 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Allen. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. The first free throw is good, and Phoenix making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Then for the Grizzlies, Justice Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Grayson Allen. Peyton hits them both. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
And here is Brooks after the three-pointer from Kelly Oubre. The pass to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Winslow. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Clock at 2. Fires the 3. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Brooks. 9 points for Justice Winslow.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Baines passes to Oubre. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Inside, Jackson, that's good.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
Now, here's Rubio. Passes it to Oubre. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Winslow comes to help. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. It didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Sharch checked in for Aaron Baines, and it's Devin Booker in for Carter. Pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. Morant with it, lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. Pass to Ayton, out to the right wing. Oubre outside. He's looking for Saric and finds him. And the shot goes in.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Brooks against Booker. Brooks the pass to Morant. Dishes to Valanciunas. Brooks from outside. Saric grabs the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now, here's Rubio. Fades away. Here's Oubre. Stolen by Winslow. On the wing, Brooks. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. I mean, he's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. He dishes it to Booker. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
That one goes in.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Rubio outside. And there's the pass to Booker. Puts it up from 17. It's good. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And stolen by Booker. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Memphis the other way now. Brooks against Booker. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
From outside the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. And the rejection by Jackson. Now here's Morant, covered by Rubio. A floater, and Morant finishes inside. Morant's got 22 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Suns leading by 16. And here's Booker. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Suns ball.
Shot from the inbound and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
You know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer, and he told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physiques for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside.
First one falls for him. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA, but what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league, Chris?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players, and he's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well.
Ayton hits them both. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Now here's Valanciunas. Here's Morant. No good with the elbow jumper. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Sharch dishes to Oubre. Ayton inside. Valanciunas is there, and that one's good. Ayton.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now here's Morant. Passes it to Valanciunas. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
That's it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
And as one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for DeAndre Ayton.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Here's Saric, following the basket by John Morant. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Booker. Again, Phoenix.
And it's just competing, and, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Ricky, did you like the way you guys were going offensively tonight?
Yeah, we started the game very slow. We can't start like that. But after that, we just get shots and we make the shots. And we make the shots, we're a good team.
Yeah, that opens up the whole floor, Ricky. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.